Hi Taurus, and welcome to your Flirt-scope for October 2017. I thought it would be fun to do these along with the general love and romance readings for October, especially since I've been gone from YouTube for a while. What this reading is intended for are brand new relationships, somebody you just met, somebody you're crushing on, somebody that you have just begun being sexually intimate with, maybe somebody you haven't even met yet. It's the element of newness, okay? And what we're going to be looking at is your sexual energies, who you are as a lover, their sexual energies, who they are as a lover. Are you guys compatible? What's the advice? Should you pursue this? Should you let it go? So that is what this reading is intended for. Not so much for long-term seasoned couples, okay? So we are going to start the reading looking at your energy first, Taurus, to see what kind of lover you are. And I'm going to pull a romance angel, a card from the Sexual Magic Tarot first. You guys are coming through as the Ten of Swords. Now, this being Sexual Magic Tarot energy, that's interesting. So I'm going to pull your other cards to get a better feel of what that could possibly be talking about. The next card behind that is the Hermit, which is withholding. So you singles who are watching this, you might, I think you're talking to somebody else, or you're involved with somebody else, but you're hung up on somebody else. And you know what? You might be dealing with a Capricorn, because in their reading, it looks like the person they're trying to pursue is still like really hung up on a past lover or past relationship or something that happened. So the fact that your energy is coming through like that right away, if you're dealing with a Capricorn, I highly recommend you go watch that reading to see how they're feeling and where they're coming from. Celebration. Okay, and then I'm going to pull one final card from the Dreams of Gaia Tarot for your guys' sexual energy. What is going on, Taurus? Wow. We have the Eight of Air, and I just want you to look at that knife piercing his hand. So I think I have a feeling of what is going on here. Your sexual energy is not even coming through, okay? And that's because I feel as though the Taurus that I'm reading for, you are still mourning a previous relationship or person. And with this coming out, like, you're not opening yourself up sexually to anybody. It doesn't mean that you're not having sex. This is general. Some of you are. But you're just like going through the motions. You're not a bonding experience for you. It's not a connecting experience for you. If anything, it's a distraction from what you're dealing with emotionally and mentally. And right now, at this point in life, even though I don't feel like you're celebrating and you're the happiest internally, this right now, you are not trying to anchor yourself down with anybody. Like, you are still very hung up and stuck on the past. You're very much in the past, okay? And I would be really surprised if you guys are having sex with somebody. Really. In fact, if you're watching this, I think you came to this more to get information about what would be going on with your ex, more than what would be going on with a potential new person that you met, okay? But again, this reading isn't for that. So for others of you, even though you're going through this, there is somebody you're talking to or that you just met and you are curious. For many of you, I do feel like strongly it's a Capricorn. Definitely go check out their video if that is the case. So we are going to move on to the other person here, that the new person or potential new person in your life, their energy as a lover, because for you, like I said, nothing's really coming through on that front. It just looks like you're very hung up in the past, and you can't even, like, that's just not, it's not even a priority. Like, I don't even think you really want to have sex with somebody else, even if you are. Okay, so the person that you are dealing with is coming through as liking to play kind of the chase, back and forth, cat and mouse. That might be what has attracted them to you, because you're not exactly emotionally available at this time. So you probably, the way you interact with them is in moments you're probably very flirty and putting yourself out there, and you're very fun and playful. But then in other moments you really pull back and you're very reserved. And I think that goes more along with how you're feeling moment by moment, day by day, about your past relationships. So to them, I feel as though they're being drawn into you because of that energy, and they're seeing it more as a back and forth cat and mouse, which is part of their own energy, something that they enjoy. They really enjoy the pursuit and the chase of, you know, courting. So let's see what their Vintage Wisdom Oracle is. Faith. I am going to pull their Dreams of Gaia tarot card before I even try to interpretate what that means. Wow. So they are the Four of Air. Okay. So for some, very strong Capricorn, just because of what came out in their reading for their lover. And then for others of you, very strong air energy here. The person that you're dealing with is, what turns them on, what excites them is intellectual, okay? It's what happens on that plane more so than a physical attraction. Not to say that they don't have to be physically attracted and chemistry and all that, but the mental connection is far more superior for this person. That is like what rings their bells, what turns them on, what gets them interested. And it is that, you know, cat and mouse type of pursuit. They don't want anything too easy. This is probably a very intelligent individual that you are dealing with, and that might be why you're dealing with them, even though you're still quite hung up on somebody else. It doesn't look like this person would be the type of person to pressure you for sex, okay? The pursuit of it is more exciting to them than the act itself, okay? With Faith here, interesting. I feel like this comes more into play like after you have had a sexual encounter with them. That like a sexual encounter creates a spiritual connection for them. Like they don't feel any sort of spiritual connection unless they have a physically intimate experience, okay? But for this individual, it's definitely all intellectual. They love the pursuit more than actually catching. So that might be why this seems like a good fit for you, because again, they're not pressuring you and you just really appear to be hung up on somebody else. So I'm going to pull a card for your level of interest in them and then their level of interest in you. You are very attracted to this person, and if you are a male, not only are you very physically attracted to this person, she's very nurturing. She's very soothing to your soul and your emotions and everything that's going on inside of you. Okay, now if you are a female, you are super hot for this person. Like, even though you're going through this emotional stuff, like, you are very attracted to this new individual. So let's take a look at their energy. Now, their energy is like a secretly smoldering fire within, okay? I don't feel like you're putting yourself out there too much, all right? You're withholding, and they want you. Like, they desire you as much as you desire them. And just look, like, this Empress looks like the same girl that is depicted in this card. So here's the Empress, okay, face and boobies, and then now look at her hair. So very synchronistic, a very mutual physical attraction between the two of you, okay? So I'm going to look at yeah, and that person would just love to get a taste of you. Ooh. I'm going to look at the past, present, and future energies for you guys to see if there's any compatibility or longevity in this person and you. So here we have the the Chariot. So in the past, this is like, it pairs really well with this card, this Knight of Swords. So this could be more representing their energy. There is like a pursuit, like a challenge. I will have you. I want to have you. Like, you're hard to get, but I will have you. Okay. And then here in the present is this Eight of Wands. So this could be happening now, or this could be more towards the middle of October, but it looks like whatever you're doing with this person, you're really enjoying yourself and the time you're spending. And then here we have the Ace of Wands, which to me is saying by the end of October, you guys are probably, if you haven't already, you're definitely going to have an intimate encounter. This is definitely sex taking place right here. Really lovely sex, by the way. So it's like there's this pursuit, and in the pursuit, it's really enjoyable and pleasurable. And then finally, you know, after all of this, here we come together and have this really awesome sex. So woohoo, Taurus. So if you're hurting over somebody, you know, I feel like by the end of October, that's going to be a lot lessened, and it's not going to be so heavy on you. And I feel like the fact that because of that, you like withhold sex and you don't just give yourself away to this new person, that's kind of what's turning them on and keeping them interested and attracted to you, and causing them a deep desire to pursue you no matter what it takes. And I just see that process of that pursuit being so enjoyable for the both of you. So I'm going to pull a Whispers of Love oracle card to offer you some advice. Be supportive. Make a genuine effort to show you care. So even though you're hurting over somebody and you're not really giving a whole lot of attention or energy to this new person, what the universe is saying is you need to show this person that you like them back, that you do care, and that you are interested. Because based on these cards, I could see you having a lot of fun with this person, and, you know, like a good sexual time with them. Like, neither one of you, your sexual energies really came through strongly when we were looking directly at that. You, because you know, it looks like you're really just trying to get over somebody. And them, it's just like they're super intellectual. So what turns them on all happens in their mind. But with that Ace of Wands showing up, it looks like you guys are compatible in that department and will have a really good time when it goes down. So what I'm going to do now is pull 3 romance angel cards, and you just pick one, the one you feel most drawn towards, okay? Because that is the advice for you specifically in your personal situation, the answer to your question. So here's card 1. Here's card 2. And here is card 3. So if you need a moment to decide which one you're really attracted to and drawn into, go ahead and pause the video. Otherwise, I am going to start with card 1. So if you were most drawn to card 1, your message, advice, or answer to your question is reconciliation. Whoa, okay, so I have like a couple different messages with this card right here. First of all, some of you are going to reconcile with whoever it is that you are missing, okay? Not all of you, but some of you are. Now, for others of you, this new person, if you're not really talking to them at this point, maybe this was somebody that you met in September and you know, just went on a date or whatever. In October, like, there's a reconciliation. Either you're going to decide to reach out to them or they're going to decide to reach back out to you, okay? So you will know which Taurus you are. If there's, you know, somebody that you were digging on, but you guys just, like, it just kind of fizzled out for whatever reason. Mainly it looks like because you're really hung up on somebody else. But you're really thinking about them just kind of out of nowhere. You can't stop thinking about them. I would highly suggest that you reach out to them because it looks like, you know, there's definitely something to be had here between the two of you. Or they may just reach out to you. So if they just, like, somebody you were knowing or kind of seeing just kind of is on your mind out of nowhere, then that's what this means. Like, either you should reach out to them or they're going to reach out to you. Now, if that doesn't really speak to you, I feel like for some who chose this card, like, the reason why your energy isn't coming through super strong in this reading is because you and your ex-partner or whoever you're hung up on, like, you guys are going to reconcile, and that's where your energy is going to be shifted, okay? So now if you chose card number 2, we have forgiving and learning. So this is telling you that I don't know, there may, just because we have this reconciliation, there may be an element, and this be supportive, show you care, there may be an element where this person, this new person, kind of stepped away from you or walked away from you, and it's because you were just too hung up on somebody else, and you weren't opening up and you weren't giving to them, and, you know, you're in a process of healing right now yourself, and so maybe you need to reach out to them and apologize, or, you know, just reconnect with them and, you know, just let them know, hey, I'm sorry, you know, I'm going through these things, and I do like you, but, you know, this is kind of bigger right now, and I don't want to just hang around you because, you know, you distract me from what's hurting me. Express yourself more in a place of, like, I'm healing, I'm, you know, forgiving, I'm going through these things, but I would still like you to be in my life. And also, I don't get so much that from their energy that they're really going through anything. So if you were attracted to this card, I feel like you really need to just express what you're going through internally so that they can understand you and where you're coming from, okay? Now, if you chose card 3, you have, you deserve love, okay? And what this is telling me is this new person in your life is a better option for you than the person that you are hung up on still. And you should really give this new person a chance and open yourself up to them, because I feel like you would be really happy with them. There's, you know, stability and longevity here. So these are very different messages in each card. That's why I'm saying the card that you were drawn to the most is the one you need to stick with. That is the message for you personally, okay? So that's what I have for you, Taurus. I'm sending you lots of blessings and love and healing. And for those of you, I do feel like a very small number of you are like gonna get back with your ex, but you're already working towards that right now, okay? It's not like it's not like it's not on the plate. So if you're just not even talking to your ex or whatever, don't expect that they're just magically going to show up out of nowhere, okay? What I feel is you're a Taurus that is still very hung up on your ex, but you've kind of started something new with somebody else, okay? And but you're still talking to your ex, or you know, there's still communication or interaction between you and your ex. Your ex isn't fully out of your life, okay? And so for those of you that are in that situation, I feel like you have the chance of reconciliation with the ex more than moving on into this new relationship. But for the rest of you, I feel like this new relationship is the much better option for you. It looks like you guys will have a lot of fun with each other and, you know, some really good sex. So give this person a chance, Taurus, okay? That's what I have for you guys. I hope you have a very fun and fabulous month. Take care.